Good afternoon, folk heroes. Welcome to the Red Lotus podcast. This is our second episode. And here with me, as always, is my bratty little sister, Monica. And of course, I'm Sean.
Every time.
I say as always.
Every time.
I say as always, like this is not our second episode.
Yeah, as always. We've been doing this for months and months and months.
Yeah. We literally just doubled our entire YouTube collection with this episode. Monica, how does that feel?
Wow, oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
We're really blowing up.
Wow. Look at us. Putting out all the content, turning it out.
Oh yeah, we're big content masters now.
Oh yeah.
Go from 1 to 2.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh man. So how you doing? How's your week been?
My week has been good.
Got a big number for you, right?
Oh shush. Oh shush. I know what you're trying to do here. We're not going to go into it.
Well, I mean, it is a milestone. I mean, 22.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
No.
It's like 2 and then another 2.
Yeah. I'm waiting for someone to just be like, so are you Taylor Swift now? Are you feeling 22?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you know the song?
There's only one milestone left, and that's 25, so you can make that SpongeBob joke.
Oh, I was like, why 25? I thought you were going to say, like, so you can rent a car.
That's 26, I think, right?
Oh, no, I think...
Maybe it is 25.
I thought it was 25, but I think it might actually be 26. Well, you got it. You're almost there.
What's that?
You're almost at the 26 milestone.
Yeah. Haha, I can rent a car in this country.
Yeah, right?
Go anywhere else, and I think it's 18.
Yeah, I think so too, actually.
It's so weird.
Yeah, the U.S. is a little behind on everything. But yeah.
The thing is, like, if you go to another country, like, a little bit of advice for people, you have to get this thing called a, what is that thing called?
I don't know. Car insurance?
Well, it's kind of like a special permit where, like, if you're from out of the country, like, you can be, like, insured or something to rent a car. And if you don't have it, like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't know. I've never had to rent a car out of the country because when I was out of country, I was either taking public transport or walking.
I think it's called like a foreign license or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Well, if anybody wants to write that down in the comments, all 2 of our fans.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
know.
when I was in Greece, I was trying to rent a car, and like it's super cheap to rent over there if you have this particular thing, and it's like if you don't, then you got to go to Hertz and pay through the roof to get it, and it's like pain in the ass though.
Okay.
End up renting it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, today, as we're recording this, it is my birthday, which is why Sean brought that up. We're not just randomly talking about how I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah, this episode is probably gonna come out in 22 days minus 22 plus 2.
What? There you go. Okay. That took me a second.
It's coming out in 2 days.
That took me a second. Yeah, it'll come out on Monday. So, yeah. So, not too far off, but yeah, a couple days delayed. But of course, that's the first thing you want to bring up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, 22 sucks, right? Because it's like you got nothing left. I mean, you had 12, which is important for us Jews, and then you had 16, and then you had 18, which is the biggest of the days, right? And then the only thing bigger than that is 21. And now it's like all of those milestones are behind you. It's like the only thing that happens now is just utter dread that you're getting older and older and older.
No. I mean, yes, I'm past all the like technical milestones, but I don't know. 22 is not a bad year to be, I think. I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, 21 was a big drinking one for us in U.S., but also I turned 18 in a foreign country. So, and then I studied my first semester in a foreign country, so I was drinking the entire time. It was legal, So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never really bothered me. Also, our family's Russian, so, culture.
Yeah, we never
won't go into
had
it,
a
but
problem
culture.
with our parents letting us drink at
home,
age,
like at home it was safe. They were watching us. They always offered it. I didn't start taking alcohol till closer to 18 in general.
Yeah, but you did turn 18 in London, so it's like...
No. I turned 18 in France. I turned 19 in London, actually.
Oh, that's right. You were in Paris when you turned 18.
It happened to work out. Our parents had to go there for work anyways, and I took the flight up with them and stayed there with them, I think 4 days or something. It was every time I've gone to Paris, it's been, which is only twice, so I don't know why I'm talking about it like it's been a lot. But both times I've gone to Paris, it's only...
Every time.
Every freaking time.
All 2 times.
Yeah, all 2 times. Both times I've gone, we've only been there for like 4 days, so adjusting to the time zone has been awful. But it was fun. I did like the, normal touristy things, went to the Eiffel Tower, we stayed very close, Arc de Triomphe, all that, the Louvre, all of that.
Yeah, Louvre is huge.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the time we went, maybe we went to the same wing. No, we definitely didn't. So both times.
No, when you and I were there together? Yeah,
we went to a different wing when I went with you that time. But the first time
we got lost.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. We got lost. We went into the wrong entrance.
Oh, yeah. Remember? Oh, wait, yes. We got yelled at. We got yelled at in French.
We did get yelled at. Because they weren't letting us go through.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I actually completely forgot about that. Yeah, it was like blocked off, but technically you could go through the other way. I don't know. So yeah, we definitely went to 2 different ways. And we couldn't figure out the
stairs there either.
Yeah, but we went 2 different ways. I remember, like, the first time I went to the Louvre, we went to a different, like, corridor, and we saw, like, the Mona Lisa and, like, all those paintings. And then the second time we went around, it was the same era, but it was a different section. So.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I liked Paris. It was a nice city. I didn't get to go on the metro, which was sad, because I do like to go on public transport in the cities we visit. But it doesn't always happen. We were a little far out.
Well, the metro was a lot like New York City Metro.
Okay, so a little disorganized.
It was very similar. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was in Montreal, and they had.
Oh yeah, Montreal is great.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like
Same trains.
Montreal is beautiful, and their trains subway system is very clean and bright. I think you would like DC's system. They have a very nice subway system as well. It's very,
it's
very
interesting. Clean. They have like a law there where, like, basically all of the restaurants and the businesses there, they have to display the French words more prominently than the English words.
In France or Montreal?
In Montreal.
Oh.
In Canada, where they speak 2 languages, you have to. You have your business generally has to have both French and English, but in Quebec, the French word has to be a bigger display than the English word.
I just don't know if I didn't pay attention to that, but I never noticed that, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about that.
Interesting.
Because, like, it's like there's a lot of complaints because it's like almost like there's like a lot of attempts to kind of control the language there, to make it so that French is like spoken just outright, like, without English.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot of attempts.
Interesting.
And, they've been trying to separate from Canada for a while now. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just never paid attention to it. I do remember because their road signs are all only in French, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't notice any English, but I noticed when I was driving into the city, I was trying to make sure I didn't mess up, like, kilometers to miles per hour. And I know you can see both on the dashboard of your car, but obviously in US cars, miles per hour is higher up. But I have pretty good ability to switch from metric to... Oh,
that's right, you drove there.
I did drive there because I was coming up from school. It was actually a year ago, basically, to this date. We went just before my birthday. I went with friends from a different school, and we all met up. And we both separately drove there because the 3 of them go to a school in upstate New York, and I go to a school outside of Boston. So obviously we couldn't have all driven together. But yeah, we drove up there. We stayed up in an Airbnb in like the Quartier Latin. And yeah, it was very interesting driving around there. It wasn't too bad, actually, considering it felt like a more easily navigable New York City. Kind of like a Boston, but Boston sucks. So, like, driving-wise.
Yeah, it's very cute. I mean, I definitely liked it up there, especially like we stayed in the old. Well,
you guys stayed in
old
Old Montreal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, where Notre Dame is, which, by the way, a lot of people think is based off of the actual Notre Dame in
Paris. It's not. They look very different.
Yeah,
they look so different. I've been to
actual Notre Dame.
Yeah, I've seen both. I remember going to Montreal with mom and dad, like, I want to say 8th grade, 7th grade. It was before we redid.
Did you really go?
Yeah, it was before we redid my bedroom. So I remember it was like the 3 of us took like a 3-day trip. I think it was mom had to go for work or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, because mom worked for that French company.
Yeah,
at the time, right?
I think it was at the time when she was still.
I
think she was still at Saint-Gobain or somewhere where they had business up in Montreal. But we were in Old Montreal more. And so I remember I liked their Notre Dame. It was very nice.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was very the whole square there was pretty.
Yeah, it was very
I think
nice.
one thing that interested me is like I don't know if you noticed this, but there were like two statues there in the center of the square. One of this typical British-looking guy, and the other one of this typical French-looking girl. And they were looking away from each other in disgust with their noses up. But they had like the British guy was holding a pug, and the French girl was holding a poodle, and both the poodles were like looking at each other, ready to play with each other.
I don't know if that must have been. I don't know if that's a newer installment there, but I don't remember seeing that. I also don't have good memory.
I think it's been there a while, and they commissioned it because like. I think it was that like basically the people were not ready to be unified, the Francophiles and the Anglophiles, but the dogs were looking at each other like it was time, it's ready.
Our little Frenchie dogs that we've had would probably love that.
It's like the statues of the dogs were supposed to be like a sign of unity, that they were already getting ready for the future or something like that.
That's so funny.
Which was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. I never noticed that. I mean, like I said, we didn't go to Old Town much when I was there last year, but when I was with Mom and Dad when I was younger, we were in Old Town, but I don't really remember it too well. I mean, it was like, I don't know how many years, over 10 years ago at this point. It was like 7th grade, right? So it's been at least 8 or 9 years. So I don't really have good memory of it, but I enjoyed where we went during my more recent trip. We went to like the gardens and like those places.
Oh, the gardens were really nice.
Oh, the gardens were beautiful. We were there all day. We did the night show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there when they were doing the night show.
Well, I didn't. You went with your friends about a month before I went with my ex, right?
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, so
we went in October.
Yeah, so all the stuff was still up. Like they had like a bunch of cute displays. Like they had like a Japanese botanical display and a Chinese botanical display.
Yeah, those are always, but those are always there. Those are like their exhibits. Yeah. But we had.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, those are their exhibits. Those are just curated gardens. We went to the night show at those exhibits, and like Chinese and Japanese exhibits. They had lights set up everywhere. It was very pretty, cold but pretty.
Yeah, and you were there. In October, is like when we went, it was or September or something like that.
No, I went in October.
October, it was already November, and
cold.
The temperature had dropped significantly.
It was pretty cold when we were there already. So, like compared to where I am, like right now, it's like 60-something degrees in the middle of October here. But when we went up there last year on this time, it was, I want to say like 40 degrees.
It's basically tundra. Like it's probably already cold over there.
Oh yeah, I know some parts of Canada have already gotten snow and stuff, obviously, but crazy to think.
For sure. Well, you forget. It's strange because it's like Montreal is a 30-minute drive away from the U.S. border. Yeah. It's really not that far.
No, it's not.
From New York, but it's just so much colder than it is in New York City.
In New York City, yes, but if you're up in New York State, they're also having similar weather because they have like that lake effect, but. Yeah, like from where I am, so the drive from my friend's school and from my school was equidistant, which was why we decided to go there in the first place. It was kind of like a nice meeting point. And also just Montreal. We wanted to go see Montreal. But they're 4 hours-ish away, and I'm 4 hours-ish away from driving-wise. Mm-hmm. And they have similar weather because they're in upstate New York. They went more like a parallel line, and I went like directly up. So it's just weird because I had to like drive up through Vermont and stuff, and they just stayed in New York and drove into Montreal from like the other side. So it's just weird to think.
Yeah, it's strange how weather works.
I'm not far longitudinally, but I am in the same sense because it was such a big difference. And I don't know if it's just this year, but it's like been warm. It's been warm mid-October, and like I'm still keeping my windows open and it's like fans on.
Yeah, well, the weather doesn't really want to make up its mind around here. I mean,
that's so true.
We've been getting... So last week was pretty cold, and then it started raining, and I guess it was a warm front, and now it's pretty warm. Like, now it's like 70 degrees, 60 degrees. Mm-hmm. Not so bad.
It's been humid, though.
I don't know. October has been pretty warm the past couple of years, for obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah, do you remember that one year we had snow on Halloween?
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a lot of snow on Halloween anymore.
Oh, that was such a weird... I remember because I went trick-or-treating that year, and I remember walking through the snow to get from one neighborhood to the other because I used to trick-or-treat with like one of my childhood best friends, and I would go to her neighborhood because her neighborhoods were smaller, but because they were smaller, the people knew her better, and so they would give her like the large candy bars. And so if I went along with them, I'd get all these really nice goodie bags. And in our neighborhood, it was fine. But so we'd always go there. So
which house was that?
Madison's.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like her neighborhood, and then the neighborhood behind her, which is actually Nicole's neighborhood, and I didn't know it at the time.
Yeah,
it was just,
they were a gold mine.
Yeah, they were a gold mine. They had such good candy, and because like they all knew Madison, and they all knew I trick or treated with her, and I mean at the time I would sleep over and stay with them a lot, so it was just It was very nice. I got very good candy at their house. We almost never trick or treated in our neighborhood for that reason. But,
yeah, no, our neighborhood sucked.
Yeah, it was weird because we were like the last ones that were young, you know? I mean, now there's a second wave of young families in our neighborhood, but at the time everyone was older than us. Here with
they're coming here, like they're young, like, you know, because our parents' generations are selling their houses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Moving elsewhere.
Yeah, there's like a second wave because our development, for context, every family that moved into our development basically like built their house, right? Mm-hmm. And so they like paid for the lot and then built the lot with the company. And so there was no development there before like 20 years ago when our family and other families got there. And so everyone was moving in with kids like our age and just a little older. And so all those families that had kids our age or older, like Sean's age, they're all moved out now because their kids are off to school or their kids are moved out. And so they don't need these like 3-4 bedroom houses. And the space, they don't need it, so they moved away. And so now it's like the second wave of young kids. So I'm sure there's good candy now, but I think we're a little too old for trick-or-treating.
I don't know. Our generation's pretty health conscious. I'm pretty sure that those millennials that are moving in, trying to start new families, are probably giving away like corn and not corn.
Corn?
Carrots, man.
What? We live in the rural. We live in rural Jersey.
Well, we live in Iowa, dude. Don't you know we live in Iowa? How many corn farms are there in Hillsborough?
We live on a farm, and now you think we give out corn during Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No.
Oh, you know what I'm noticing? I'm doing this in your room again. The Calvin and Hobbes book.
Yeah.
Anybody remember Calvin and Hobbes?
Oh
man,
yeah.
I used to love Calvin and Hobbes.
I think that book has a puzzle at the end of it.
Does it have a puzzle?
I think so. I mean, don't check it now, but I know you're gonna check it afterwards. But I think at the very last page, that Calvin and Hobbes book has like a puzzle that comes with it, like a very small one.
You know, Calvin and Hobbes. I think like I gotta read it now that I'm older because isn't it supposed to be John Calvin, the Protestant, and Thomas Hobbes, the Enlightenment thinker, right? Like
there's a lot of I think more adult jokes than you would think.
Yeah,
it's kind of like SpongeBob, you know. Again. There's something for everybody. Like there's the kid humor.
I love that. I love that debate though. Like Hobbes or Rousseau. Like who was right? Who do you think was right?
What are you touching? I can hear you moving things around in my room.
Oh, now I'm messing with your candle.
Please stop touching my stuff.
I'm touching your books over here. What kind of books?
Stop. Too many books.
I don't know what these books are. I can't even read the script. It's
is it
Cinderella?
I do have retellings. I have a retelling series on my shelf. I have.
Oh, it is. I think it is.
It is. It's the ones all the way to the left, right, on that shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are it's Cinderella. So, it's the Lunar Chronicles. It's a retelling series. It's sci-fi. It's very interesting, but you're not gonna like it. It's not your demographic.
Probably not. I've been reading a lot of nonfiction lately.
Oh, interesting. I read too much nonfiction and science articles for science, being a science person, and having to do that as a major, so I don't like to do that. I read for escapism.
Well, you know, I like history, and there's a lot of new theories.
I like reading things I like reading things like fantasy and like sci-fi and So.
Oh yeah, of course, I love that too. But I just haven't found anything good as of late. I want to reread Dune though.
Oh yeah, aren't they making like a new movie, TV show?
They're making a new movie. Yeah. I saw the commercial for it. It looks epic.
There's this
one. I don't know if anybody's ever read Dune or watched the old movie, but I always thought it was a cool concept.
I haven't, but I've seen the cover. I think there's this. I'll have to send you a photo for this one later, Sean. But I've seen this cover that's like a recent cover of Dune, and I know we don't own Dune. I'm really thinking about buying that book. It's beautiful. You have Dune?
Yeah, it's in my library. You want it? Yeah.
I'll take it. I think there's 3 books on my shelf right next to you where you're sitting that it's Illumine, Gemina, and Obsidio. I think you would like those 3 books. They're mixed media, but they're very good.
I see them.
I think they're sci-fi.
Thing is, like,
they're sci-fi.
I don't have the patience to read anymore. No, because,
they're
like,
quick.
Law school's like burning me out.
I know they look big, but they're very quick reads.
Are they?
Yes.
I would rather get an Audible. Audible.
They do have it. They do have it on Audible. They have an audiobook for it. It's a full cast. I know that. I didn't read sci-fi books on Audible just because I think it's easier to follow with my eyes. But gotcha. you might like that one if you listen to it or read it at some point.
I'm picking up Illuminae here. Let's see what the back says. The year is 2575. Two rival megacorporations are at war over a planet that's little more than an ice-covered speck. Oh, this does sound fun.
Doesn't it? Right, oh, it's so good, Sean. Yeah. You have to. There's so much to it. Oh my God, Sean, you need to read that one. I've been telling you for months now since I read it myself, like during early quarantine.
When have you ever told?
I've said it to you.
Man, we barely even talk anymore.
No, I said it to you. You were living with us during quarantine, and I said it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I said it to you after I read the series. I said, Sean, I think you would really like these series because it's like everything it's fantasy, sci-fi, really. I think
this is the one you told me about.
This is the one I told you about. I've been saying it for months now. You gotta read it.
Yeah, but I've been on my, I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff. That's kind of like
yeah, what
podcasts, lectures, that kind of stuff. So what
YouTubers have you been watching recently? And I know one for sure because I got you into them.
What, ContraPoints?
Oh, that too. Actually, I was gonna say Curtis Connor.
Curtis, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Contra is kind of like my my other perspective. Like I watch a lot of that intellectual dark web stuff. You know what I mean? Like those Nazis like what's his face, Ben Shapiro and Dr. Gadsad. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, but yeah, like I like to watch a lot of stuff from like all those political perspectives just to kind of see what's going on. Contra's my other perspective.
Yeah, I showed you.
There's a few other ones that I watch. I know you sent me a video, the latest one. I haven't seen it yet.
It's about voting. I think she takes a very like central stance, and I actually think you would really like the way she talks about it. And like I know ContraPoints isn't where you align. I know her stuff isn't, your political views.
Well, I just like hearing ideas, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I like hearing all kinds of ideas.
Yeah, and I think that's good.
I do have a lot of respect for her point of view, and like she does make very coherent arguments and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, she's very well educated and knows how to basically introduce a thesis and support her thesis, and she does it very creatively. I think her videos are hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
With all the like costumes, and it's very opulent, which is the first video I saw of hers actually. I loved it. I thought it was very, very well done, and so I had been trying to get you to watch her for I don't know how long. I think I get you into most of your current YouTubers, not all, but I think I got you into YouTube as a whole, like a platform.
Well, yeah, I definitely think that's true. It probably did start with Curtis. No.
Hello Future Me.
You know who it started with? Hello Future Me.
With Avatar.
Yeah, anybody who's a fan of Avatar, that dude does probably the best synopsis on the shows.
Yes, Timmy from Hello Future Me.
I do love him because, like, I like to, fiction write as a side hobby. He has, like, this whole series about, like, different writing
world
techniques,
building.
World building, all that kind of stuff.
He released a book, cool, right?
I heard that he released the book. I might get it on Audible. Like I said, I've been liking that nonfiction stuff lately. I don't know why. I used to only read fiction, but now I'm reading nonfiction a lot. So it definitely looks like something I might be into.
I think you would enjoy it. It's all about world building and just writing a good story.
Oh, did you get it?
No. But like from the way he talks about it, I think it's your kind of story. If you're saying you like to read fiction or nonfiction, excuse me. But I'm not sure if he has it on Audible because he is like a self-published author. But I don't know. Maybe that'd be my Christmas present to you. Is buying his book for you.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get you a birthday present as usual.
I mean,
I'll get you something.
It's fine. I don't live near anyone during my I'm at university when it's my birthday, so I don't expect anything from anyone. I
mean, you're coming back Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. I move back in exactly a month from now, as of when we record this.
Your bastard son misses you.
My bastard son. I love Loki. He have you heard about what has been happening with him?
He tore his hamster.
Okay, context. Our dog Fryer, we would jokingly say he tore his hamster instead of like his hamstring because, you give your dog's personality. And so our current dog, our other dog passed away a couple years back, our current dog, he actually did tore his hamstring, or he at least pulled it to the point where doctors are like, you need to make sure he doesn't run around and jump around because it can get worse and he might need surgery. And he's like, not even a year old. This poor dog. He's very
hyper.
He's so energetic. That's the issue. Like,
but you know, he's a puppy.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
he's
what do you expect? I mean, he's 6 months old.
Yeah, well, a little. Well, he's almost
7, 8.
I think he's a Pisces, so he's March 6th. I know that. So he's almost 7 months old. So like, yeah, he's young and he is like a Cavapoo. So he's got 2 breeds of dog they're like running dogs. You know, they're like hunters and sporting dogs. So obviously he's gonna want to run around a lot. And like, our parents take him to like doggy daycare so he can socialize with other dogs because he's that kind of dog. And you know, like, he runs around with them and he plays with the dogs, and he's a tiny boy, right, comparatively, so they run around him. They basically make him run in circles. Obviously, he's gonna, like, hurt himself.
Yeah, but, like, let me tell you something. That guy's speed.
Oh, my God, he's so fast.
You know, he's got such an advantage over all the other dogs. I mean,
he is such a fast dog.
He's not a dog, he's a rabbit, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, he's a squirrel. He acts very squirrely.
He's a squirrel, yeah.
If he steals something, he will, like, burrow under, like, a bed or something. I have so many photos of him when he was a puppy.
He tried to escape the backyard. Like, you know where the rabbits dug the hole?
Yeah,
like,
he tried going through that.
Yeah, so, you know, the fence in the backyard we have, like, there's, like, a little hole that, like, the rabbits can come in.
Yeah.
Through. Like, they dug the hole, and they come in and they eat our grass.
Yep. Yeah, we're on a hill, so they can get through a couple of spots just because of the way it's set up.
Yeah, and he found the hole and he tried to dig a bigger hole. So,
yes, he did.
I'm only assuming he's trying to escape. Like, I don't know what else that could have been.
So funny. That dog, he's definitely a very sporty dog. He doesn't mind swimming. He gets near the water and doesn't get scared away like our previous dog did, but he's definitely very different. And it's funny because they both have like they're from similar areas of the world, right? Like, one was a Bichon, one's a Cavapoo, so like they've got that French in them, but wow, the differences between them.
He's half poodle, so
yeah, he's half poodle. But like the other one's a Bichon, so like they're basically poodles. They're just snobby poodles.
Yeah.
No, but he's a sweetie. I love him. I've been watching him because we have like a camera set up in the room where he sleeps, and I watch him like throughout the day sometimes. He's so cute.
Oh, you're creeping on him then?
A little bit, but he's my baby. What do you expect?
She's such an Oedipal mother.
Oh God! Please, we're not doing
She
Freud.
won't let this poor dog learn
Freud.
Do
we're not doing Freud. No one likes Freud.
Such an Oedipal mother.
Shut up! We're not doing Freud.
This isn't Freud. This is Jung.
It was based off of Freud, and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't like Freud's work. I don't like that people thought about his work as like valid.
Hey, it's like, you know, Jordan Peterson says, it's like, you know, Freud was wrong, but he was wrong in a very clever way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't like it.
He was a product of his time. I mean, during the Victorian era, it's like, you know.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that, but I don't
everybody had repressed sexual stuff going on because.
No.
Like, so of course he was thinking like, oh yeah, everybody wants to F their mother because like nobody's like. No. I don't know. It doesn't. It makes sense when you think about it for like more than 5 minutes. It's like during the Victorian era.
No, but it really doesn't make sense. It
was
really
repressed stuff.
No,
everything was repressed.
No,
it's like it doesn't make sense for our time.
I still don't think it would make sense in the Victorian era. I don't like his work.
Or maybe he was just projecting, you know.
That's exactly what I think he was doing. He was absolutely projecting.
He wanted to F his mother.
He was absolutely probably projecting. His work is it's been so easily like disproven so many times, Sean, so many times. But I hate that.
Well, I'm not saying he wasn't wrong. I'm just saying.
I dislike how
he was thinking about these big ideas, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm a big fan of Jungian psychology. It's like I still think it's applicable today, you know, with archetypes and whatnot. And that dude was a student of Freud. And to be honest, like they had a falling out because even Jung was like, okay, I think this dude is pretty crazy. The way he's thinking, like the way I'm observing things, it's like I don't really see what's going on here at all. So obviously he was wrong, but he did influence a lot of good psychologists.
Did he though?
After him, like,
no, I know.
Well, his daughter Anna Freud, right? Like, I mean,
did I ever tell you I've been to his house?
Psychology.
Did I ever tell you I went to his house?
In Austria?
No, in London.
Oh, in London, yeah.
Yeah, we actually are like residence hall dorm building, this like building we lived in that used to be like a women's hospital. It was a very interesting story about how they decided to convert it. But the house of his is in northern London, and it is like 10 minutes away from where we lived. So me and a couple friends of mine just took the tube up, and it was like I think it was a free admission. It was not that hard to. It was very nice. It was very interesting to see. Like and there's a lot of artwork in it too. I don't think all of it was there during his time, but it was very interesting to go to.
So for those of you that don't know, Freud was born in Austria, and when the Nazis came to power, Freud was Jewish. Mm-hmm. So his daughter, the one that I just previously mentioned, was arrested by the Gestapo and tortured for a couple of days, at which point he sought asylum in England.
Yeah.
And they gave it to him, so that's a good thing. He got out.
Yep.
Somebody like Viktor Frankl did not get out. So yeah. As you may have known, Monica, have you ever read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning?
I want to say yes, but I honestly, if I did, it's probably been a while, so I'm not sure anymore.
You would probably know, because half the book is his experience in a concentration camp. Man's Search for Meaning is logotherapy, I believe, which I don't really remember the gist of it, but essentially his whole thing was like, after going through that experience, like his belief was that, like, every human goes through suffering at some point in their lives, and it's like the way that, and I don't quote me on this, but pretty sure the conclusion of that is like the way in which you handle your suffering is how it shapes your outlook on life, something like that, along those lines. Yeah, that was a rough book to read.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of those.
It's hard to it's hard
Holocaust
to
books.
It's hard to like watch movies or read things about it, because like we know people that were like our family was personally affected by it, being Jewish ourselves. And we have family that died in the war.
Our grandfather's village was actually burned down by the Stats group, and during the beginning of the Soviet, German invasion of the Soviet Union. So
we had a lot of our family was very displaced, and we don't have a lot of records from our family because all of it was, like Sean said, burned. So we don't know much about our full family history beyond the like 4 generations that we know of. Like living, talking generations. So it's kind of hard to like. Because, like, I know you didn't do it, but, like, I did the DNA test with, like, 23andMe, and obviously...
No, I'm not doing that.
No, yeah, I know you don't want to, but, like, obviously, I got, like, the health stuff, too, which was really nice, and there's a lot of, like, common Jewish health things that I don't have, which is very nice to see, but, we
got pretty lucky in that whole genetic thing, because, unfortunately, Jews do suffer from a lot of health defects that are genetically based.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because there was a lot of inbreeding going on in Europe.
Small. It has to do with like a bottleneck effect and being a small group of. Yeah. It's a tribe, like it's a small tribe, so it's hard to weed it out. We don't have to get into that now. We can always have a full-on discussion about genetics because
we should definitely do that.
That.
The history of the Ashkenazi Jewish population in Europe. I think that could be cool.
Yeah, maybe. So like I took that test, and Mom and Dad took that test, and the three of us got, obviously Mom got like 100% Jewish, Ashkenazi Jewish. We were not surprised.
97%, right? She was
99. It was like 99%, and then like 1% unknown, which is probably Jewish.
And Dad's grandma was Orthodox Christian, so he got like 20% Ukrainian. Right?
Yeah, so he got like they don't say fully where, but they say like where it's most likely. So he got he was like 85%. No, sorry, 75%.
70, yeah.
Yeah, he was 75% Ashkenazi, and then he was like the rest of it was basically like Eastern European, with most likely being like Ukraine, Poland, some Baltic stuff, which makes sense. Dad's very like tan compared to the rest of us. Like he's got a little bit darker complexion, so I'm not surprised we have that. But Dad's last name is German, and we didn't pull up any German in our heritage at all, basically.
Well, so I can give you a little background on that. My theory is that our family originated from Germany, and when Catherine the Great built all of the port cities along the Black Sea, she invited a bunch of people from Germany, including German Jews, to come and populate the area.
Oh yeah, so I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the immigration occurred then.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a long time ago, but it doesn't show up in our heritage anywhere, like you would think, because we have Ashkenazi. But I guess because Ashkenazi is like the thing that's the markers.
It's its own separate ethnicity.
That's why. So we probably wouldn't pop up. We definitely wouldn't pop up as being German, but our last name is both of our last names. Like our mom's maiden last name and our dad's last name is very German. And so, yeah, when I did it, I had a decent mix of mom and dads. Actually, I had more of dad's non-Jewish genes because I had 82%, so a 7% difference when they're 30% difference. So I got more.
No,
of
but
dad's,
that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I got more of dad's non-Jewish stuff.
Yeah, if mom is close to 100 and dad is 75, then what 82.5 would be the that's what you would expect, right?
Yeah, I was 82%, and you would expect me to be about 90% ish. So a little bit less than, but so I got a lot of dad's non-Jewish things, but it was very interesting to do, and obviously it was, you can connect with relatives, but all these relatives are third cousins that are Jewish, and they're 1% related. I'm I don't count that as being related to you. Please stop trying to contact me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, true that. Well, I mean, you got blue eyes, so blue eyes is a Germanic trait.
Yeah, that's not.
I got green eyes, which is a steppe trait, and the theory is that the Ashkenazi Jewish population actually originated from the Khazar Turks, which were a group of nomadic steppe people that came in and basically conquered the region that is now the northern Caucasus and the Pontic steppes in Bessarabia, which is southern Ukraine.
Yeah.
And they had an empire going for a little bit. This was around the time the Byzantines were around, and the first caliphate, the second caliphate, the Umayyads, right? So 600 to 900 AD, and then a dude by the name of Stanislav the Brave, who was a Kievan Rus prince, came in and just utterly destroyed the Khazar states. They had converted to Judaism previous to that, so their population was Jewish. So after the Russians fought and destroyed them in they dispersed, and they believe that that's where the Ashkenazi Jewish population, the majority of it, came from.
Yeah.
And the other half was the Roman Empire. So during the Roman Empire, I think about a fourth of the empire actually did end up converting to Christianity. To Judaism before Christianity. So, and a lot of those people, that 1/4, were the first to convert to Christianity, but a lot of them stayed Jewish.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so that's the intermingling of those two is what gave you and that's why you see a lot of Jews with green eyes and red hair and stuff like that, because those are steppe traits, like
you.
me, yeah.
You redhead with green eyes.
I have blonde hair.
No, you do not.
My beard is red.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
I have dirty blonde hair.
No, he does
my
not.
Beard is red.
No, you absolutely. Your hair has always been ginger. You refuse to believe it, but you are just like mom in the sense that you are a ginger through and through. Period.
Well, mom is a ginger. She's got straight
up
red
hair. So are you.
Hair.
So are you. You just have you have a lighter ginger color, Sean. You have so much freckles. There's no way you are blonde hair. There's no way.
I have dirty blonde hair.
Nothing to say. That's what I thought. No, you do not. No, you do not. Your hair, if anything.
All right, I will admit that my beard is a fantastic shade of red when I grow
Yeah, and so is your hair. It's
unique.
More your hair is more brown red, brown red. You have a very muddy red. It's not blonde at all. I don't even know you think you get the blonde, because neither of our parents have blonde hair. It's just not even possible.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Our great grandma had blonde hair.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Blonde hair runs in our family. Yeah, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Let's get off of this.
You refuse to believe the truth.
When we figure out how to fix the video on our damn Discord.
No.
The audience will upvote whether or not I have red hair or dirty blonde hair.
You have red hair. And my hair is fake. So I have naturally brown hair. So I'm not even, you can't. No, you don't have blonde hair.
Well, what's your chilling out right now? You have blue hair?
No, orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Orange. She's chilling with her orange hair.
Yes, it's very orange.
Yeah, she can't sit still. She needs to change her hair color every month.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. I already have a next color planned out, but it's a secret.
You're running out of colors, man.
Yeah, at this point I pretty much cycle through the entire rainbow.
Yeah.
If not, I already have
the entire rainbow at this point.
Yeah, you know what I do with mom, because she always wants to know what color it is, and I don't ever want to tell her, because she doesn't like half the colors I do. I just tell her I'm getting a rainbow mohawk.
Well, hey, I mean, you're getting a what? You're getting a mohawk?
That's what I tell her. I tell her I get a rainbow mohawk, and she hates it every time. And she falls for it every time.
I mean, you got to figure out what color works for you, though. Some of the colors are are like, and some of the colors are like, hey, wow, this is really nice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think after this,
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I get it. This next color is one I've sort of done before. Like I'm not giving it away because I know there are certain people listening that I want to know. Nicole.
The color reveal.
This next color I've technically done before, but not to this extent. So that's a hint for people. Unless you know like what colors I've been, that doesn't help anyone. But after that, I have a color I think I'm going to stick with because I really liked the color. So I can tell you it's not going to be this color. Like, I think I might stick with purple. I really liked that color when I did it.
Yeah, actually, purple worked well.
I liked it.
I mean, I'm looking at your screensaver here on Discord, and the red color works well for you as well.
It's nice, but the color faded very quickly, and it kind of just looks like I have a brown. Like,
I understand.
Which is why I'm excited to change it. Like, it's not a bad color. It's still orange, but compared to, like, I think the purple lasted for a very long time, and I, like, vibrant long. And so I really liked it. I thought it was a nice color. I also like the red that I did that, like, kind of faded into a pink, but I'm not doing that. Just maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
The blue is too much, though. You know, like the teal blue or the neon blue.
It was really nice when it started because it was like a dark blue, but it just, quarantine started, so I usually get my hair done like mid-March-ish. Like I like do it every 3-4 months basically. Like I do it 4 times a year. But because quarantine started and I couldn't go get my hair done from January when I got it done originally to August, basically, which is when our salons reopened in our area. Like, that's a lot of months for the color just to keep fading. So it looked very green by the end and, like, very, very faded. But honestly, I really like the dark color of blue. But, yeah, it got a little sad at the end when it was so grown out. And, like, my root color is obviously brown. And so it grew out so long and was just very faded and definitely needed to be touched up, which then I chopped my hair off, like, 14 inches and went red. So, orange.
You know, girls are lucky. They don't have to do their hair that often. It's like,
what?
If I wait 3 months, you know, the sides of my hair grow faster than the top of my hair. So, like, I have, like, a little shaggy little thing going on.
I don't think you realize how quickly my hair grows out because like, now that I've cut it short, I'm trying to, like, keep it at a length that's, like, above the shoulders. And it's already, like, touching my shoulders, kind of below my shoulders, and it's only been like 2 months. My hair grows out very quick, and because I dye my hair, the color change is very obvious, and so I think I arguably have to do my hair just as much as you do, and it's more expensive.
Yeah, I don't. Well, okay, I actually do get that because I don't know, girls' hair is just because like when you go to a barbershop, they just pull out the razor and boom,
exactly.
Your hair's on the floor.
Yeah,
so it's super easy.
For us, it's like you gotta like they have to know how to style your hair properly and like cutting it wise. There's like certain ways to cut it depending like what kind of hair you have. And if you're like me and you dye your hair every time you go, it's very expensive. And it's a lot of hair. Buying hair dye is expensive. So I don't know. I would argue that you have it easier. Like it's okay if your hair gets shaggy. Like
no, it's true. But you have to go more often, I think, because, I don't know, maybe your hair grows out faster, but, like, I also feel like women can wait much longer, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, that is one thing we do have for us.
There's no need for them to go right away.
Yeah, that's one thing we have for us. Like, yeah, I can definitely wait. I mean, in my case, it's a little unfun because, like, my hair starts growing out and I have a lot of silvers on the top of my head. I've always had silvers for anyone wondering. It's just a natural, I can't explain it. I don't know if it's a vitamin deficiency, but, like, the top of my hair basically grows out in, like, a silver streaks and with, like, brown underneath it. But that gets a little annoying depending on, like, the color you do, because it's just, like, silver on the top. Hello?
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 Did you just blank out over there for a second?
No, I have no idea what that means.
No, okay. Like...
I did not blank out, but what's that thing that you just said? I don't know what that is.
Like silver? I have silver hair.
Oh, silver hair.
What did you think I said?
I don't know. Okay. Some strange word that I never heard before.
Silver. You've never heard the word silver before. You do, and you're Jewish.
Or gold jewelry?
I'm about to say you're Jewish, and you don't know the word silver.
Enough of the Jewish stereotypes.
No, like my hair grows out like silver a little bit. I have a lot of gold.
No, yeah.
I've always had gray. Like you can attest to this one. I've always had a lot of gray in my hair. It's obviously gotten worse over the years with swimming and stress and dyeing my hair every 4 months, which is definitely not helping its case, but like I have a lot of silver that grows out, and that kind of looks a little gross when it grows out, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
But
kind of.
Okay, it's fine. We don't have to.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
The dog. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. With a fire in the background.
That's one of my favorite memes.
Oh my god.
Dog. That's my life, dude.
That's basically what's 2020 is that whole meme.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you've seen Community, right?
I'm like halfway through season 1.
Okay. I want to say this is a Community thing, but have you ever seen like the it's a meme, but it's a video from I believe Community, where like the guy goes for pizza and he comes back and like everything's on fire and like it's just a mess.
Oh, maybe I didn't get that far.
I mean,
no, wait, I'm halfway through season 2. Excuse me.
I don't know when it is, but that video clip, I will have to send it to you at some point, Sean. That video clip is like the equivalent of that meme.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's quick, it's funny. I mean, if you're watching Community, you'll see it eventually. But unless I'm messing up exactly what show it's from, because I've never seen Community, but I've been told that it's from Community. But the energy in that like video is the exact same as that of the dog meme with the everything's fine.
I think that Community and Arrested Development were some of the best shows on regular television back in the day.
Back in the day.
And they're so bingeable now. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think sitcoms are just easy to sit through. You know what I've actually been watching? That I think you would like.
What?
I don't know you're gonna guess it, but try to guess it maybe. It's an
old. Guess it?
It's like an original. It's like an OG. A lot of sitcom format is based off of it.
What is it, Seinfeld?
No, but that's true.
I forgot about Seinfeld. That's also a great show.
That is a great show. 30 Rock actually.
30 Rock?
Yeah. I think a lot of
I've seen all the 30 Rock.
Yeah. I started watching through them recently. I think I'm like mid season 2. I think it's funny. It's definitely the humor is not the same as I think you would see now, but I think Tina Fey did a good job with it, you know?
I mean, let's face it, like half these shows would get canceled if they aired today. Like, like The Office, like come on. Like,
oh god. No, that would not run.
Half the stuff that Mike said. Yeah, Mike, right?
Michael Scott.
There'd be a Twitter. Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm prison Mike.
Prison Mike, yeah. Or like half the interactions that he has with what's his face?
With everyone?
With everyone, honestly.
Yeah, with Stanley. Like with Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
Like the whole CPR episode.
So Dad started watching The Office. I hear that.
Yeah. I've heard he's been watching it.
Yeah.
I think he's like early seasons.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like is how the last season went, really, but
well, I hate Andy. So once, Andy became the manager, that was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, I finished it, but like,
yeah.
I don't know how many Andy fans there are out there. Andy is the worst.
I don't mind him.
So much.
I don't mind him. He's not the best, obviously, but I mean, like, yeah, like I can see that. I just didn't like. I don't know. I didn't like Jim and Pam's storyline.
Towards the end, right?
Yeah,
well, I mean, it was normal. I mean, they had a relationship, and at that point, they did kind of show how relationships go. I mean, I actually think that was pretty cool. I actually think that like things weren't perfect for them after they got together, which is
yeah,
that's life, and The Office has always kind of like been like that. So
yeah, no, it definitely. I mean, The Office definitely like shaped another genre of like comedy style, which is like the mockumentary style, like with Parks and Rec coming afterwards, and oh my god, there's so many more, but I can't think of any. I think Parks and Rec first.
Arrested Development kind of was a mockumentary. A little bit.
That's true. That's one of those shows I need to watch as well.
Oh, you know what's a great show? You should check this out. This show would definitely get canceled. Curb Your Enthusiasm. If this show came out today,
I have been looking to see where I could watch it. I know I get the like gist of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I know that like the meme, like Curb Your Enthusiasm meme, where they like you basically you royally screw yourself over, and then like they play the music for it. But I can see why that one would. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great show. Larry David's the best. And for those people that have watched Seinfeld, just know that Larry David was one of the writers, the other writer being Jerry Seinfeld on Seinfeld. And George Costanza, the best character of all time ever, is based on Larry David.
I like Kramer. I think Kramer is hilarious. He's such a wild card.
Kramer is hilarious.
Yes, he is.
He is the funniest. Well, him and George, I think. Jerry's just a normal dude. Like he's just a normal dude.
Yeah.
But Kramer and George, they make the show, I think. And Newman.
Yeah.
He doesn't come on that often.
No, he doesn't.
I love you, my Newman.
Oh my god. I haven't seen. I haven't watched through Seinfeld, but I've seen enough episodes to know what it's about. Like I understand the humor. I never got into Friends, and I don't think I ever planned to watch Friends. It doesn't. I don't know why. It's one of those shows that doesn't appeal to me. And I know there's someone with my name on that show, and you think I would.
Yeah.
Monica.
Well, How I Met Your Mother, which was one of the OG shows that you and I used to watch.
Yeah. That was the first. I think that was the first show we watched together, and I think now.
Yeah, together. Yeah.
Besides Avatar, obviously, but.
That was supposed to be like a remake of Friends for millennials.
Yeah. Besides Avatar, but I think now we tend to have a lot of overlap in our media consumption, not just TV shows, but music and YouTube, obviously, and everything. Really, I think we have a lot of similar, preferences because you and I both watch Bob's Burgers and Rick and Morty and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec.
Rick and Morty.
I watched it because the guys my guy Zach and Jimmy
your friends,
they like to watch it, and we ended up watching a few episodes, and I was like, all right, you know what, I might as well just start from the beginning. It's a very quick show to get through. It was 3 seasons, so I watched it, but it's not my favorite. The humor is not my favorite. It's very immature manly humor. You know what I'm talking about, the burps and the.
That's what I'm saying. That's just for dudes.
It really
Young,
is.
immature dudes.
It really is.
And I'm not growing out of my 6-year-old stage anytime soon, so I love me some Rick and Mords.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I think How I Met Your Mother, besides Avatar, obviously, that's a whole other story, as we discussed, but How I Met Your Mother was kind of the first show that we had a similar alignment to, and then it went from to The Office and Parks and I think, didn't I make you watch The Office? I want to say that.
No, I wasn't into The Office before.
Yeah, I'm saying I think I made you watch it because I was I think you would like it.
You made me watch it.
We watched Parks and Rec together, and then I was all right, you should, because I watched Office on my own at that point before Parks and Rec, and I said, okay, if you like Parks and Rec, watch The Office. I think you'll like the humor. And then at this point we watch a lot of we watch a lot of similar comedies. I think other genres not so much, but we watch a lot of the same comedy type shows.
Our YouTube comedy thing is pretty.
Oh, I mean,
who I got into lately? Who? PewDiePie.
Oh yeah, I've been watching him for a while.
I like me some Pewds now.
Yeah, he's funny. He's got
a lot of content, man.
Every day. I've been watching a lot of.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I don't know if you've been following Among Us as the game, but I've been watching a lot of Among Us gameplay. Oh, I play it. I played it last night actually with some friends. Really? And apparently,
let me get in on that. I want to try playing it.
We can figure that out. I know the guys also play it too, but so in Among Us, apparently, I don't think I have all the guys, everyone I play with, they think I'm a really good imposter.
Ever got imposter?
Yes.
So you're a really good imposter.
Apparently, I'm a really good imposter because I don't know how I do it, but a lot of times they'll start throwing sus on each other, and I'll just sit there quiet, oh my god, okay, and oh, it's funny, but I'm also one of those crewmates that really wants to solve the problem, so I'm on both sides of it. I think I can do decently well, and that's mostly because I watch a lot of detective shows, as I've grown up always watching those shows. But I like it.
I don't know.
Fun.
Watching those detective shows seems kind of sus.
Oh yeah, seems kind of sus, right?
Watching a lot of Criminal Minds there, trying to figure out how to be a criminal mind.
Actually,
right?
Criminal Minds is one of the shows I don't watch. I don't watch Criminal Minds, and I never watch CSI. I don't know. I watch the random stuff, but.
I used to watch Criminal Minds, but serial killer stuff, I'm not about it anymore.
Yeah.
It was one of those shows that actually got me into psychology. It was I used to, if you remember, I used to watch a lot of Dr. Phil too.
Yeah. Yes, you did. I do remember that.
And now he's got a podcast, and I might check out his podcast. Everybody's got a podcast, right?
Oh my god! I started actually last summer when I was working at the forensic science summer camp that I worked with for high schoolers. I started watching Dexter. I never actually ended up getting far in it because I was just very busy, but that was interesting. Definitely an interesting take. I've heard there's it's kind of gets controversial towards the end of it, and no one really likes the ending, but maybe I'll watch it.
What is this again? I'm
Dexter.
sorry, I missed it. Oh, Dexter. Oh, I love Dexter.
Because, okay,
Dexter was great.
when Dexter came out, I think I was just too young, and Mom and Dad were like, don't watch this.
Yeah, no, obviously. I mean.
But I started,
He's a serial killer, dude.
I was a little young when it came out. Like 10.
The ending was okay. I mean, yeah, it was kind of a happy ending, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've only seen, like, the first half season, so maybe one day I'll pick it back up, but I've been watching other stuff. I actually, oh my gosh, you might like this. On Netflix, they just released a new show. It's like a short, like, mini-series. It's called The Queen's Gambit, and it's a chess game. It's like a chess show, and it's talking about a girl who's really, like, she's very, like, a prodigy at chess, and she's, like, trying to become a grandmaster. And they talk about...
Cool.
Yeah, it's very... Oh my gosh, Sean, check it out. It's, like, a 7-episode... I started watching it last night. I got through, like, the first 3 episodes. And it has, obviously, like, other layers to it, and, like, there's a lot to it. It's very, very, very well done. And, yeah, I think you would really like it, because, you know, being Russian and all, we were taught chess by our grandfather. And
for those of you that don't know, chess is like a national sport in Russia.
Yeah,
it's like hockey and
it's set in the 60s. So, Sean, it's set in the 60s. And
really?
Yeah, so she's talking, like, right now, currently, like, it's not really a giveaway, but she's talking about learning Russian to try to beat the Russians and go to Russia to play chess.
Yeah, because the Russians were always the best.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, exactly. She's like, they pay them.
Movie that came out. Do you remember that movie about that dude who beat the Russian grand champion?
I think so. I think this is kind of... I think
he was like a really weird dude.
Yeah, I think this one's based off of, like, a book or something, but, like, I think her ultimate... Like, they talk about how the Russians get paid to play chess, right? And, like, she started competing in tournaments and stuff, and it's very interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't
well, that was
finished.
Everything that the Soviet state did. It's like, you know, they would...
That and ballet.
Yeah, they would essentially... And China's doing this right now. I mean, you see that, like, in the Olympics, like, with diving, for example.
Yeah,
like,
they basically train them.
Yeah, from a young age, they take them, they put them in a facility, you know, they have all these amenities, and all you do is just play your sport. Just play your sport and get really good at it. And that's like, there was like a huge controversy because, like, during the Olympics, the Russian hockey team was always dominating, and they would say that, like, they're amateurs, they just play for fun, they're not a professional sports team, we don't have a professional league in the Soviet Union.
But really.
But really, they were just being trained up. Where, like, you know, Americans would be like average college kids that would go and play for, like, college teams and stuff like that. That's why it was such a big deal when they won in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
because, like,
exactly.
Yeah. You know, you were basically beating a professional team. Like, they were essentially, like, that was their job, is to play the sport.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's a little different. You see, like, there's professionals in the sports, like, you know, like, we kind of dominate with swimming. And I only say that because that's the big sport I follow, because that's what I did. And so, like, we had Phelps and Loki.
Russia's still kicking ass with the hockey and figure skating, which is making me think it's more of a cultural thing. But for sure, that was an unfair advantage back then. It's like now you see, like, China is doing this with the diving team, the diving team. Yeah. And what else? Like, they have a couple of teams, because, like, you can tell, like, they take them as little kids and they're just training them to dive over and over again. But, like, you know, that was, like, that worked for them during the Beijing Olympics, but now, like, their team is not as hot as it used to be.
Yeah. No, but, like, I don't know what other teams. I assume they do stuff. I think gymnastics might be the other one that they kind of train them on.
Yeah.
And figure skating.
Yeah, well, for sure.
China's gotten much better at figure skating over these past, like, 15, 20 years.
But again, that's like a technical thing that you can, like, just basically drill into somebody.
Yeah, exactly. That's how all those sports are, really.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, I think, Sean, I think you would really enjoy the Queen's Gambit. It's like a, you know, it's very, very interesting. I'm not a great chess player. You know, I was very young when Grandpa taught us, and playing you and him, who had obviously Grandpa had a lot more experience, but yeah, it was very interesting to see.
I always had a problem with patience. That was always been my I get a little excited, and
I struggled
I'm
to,
a
like,
decent chess player.
I can beat people who, like, not are amateurs, but, like, aren't, you know, amazing, like, have been doing this their whole life, but they've been playing for a little while. Like, I can keep up. It's when people start, like, you know, prodigy, like, really good, like, you know, or, like, have been training for a long time and know, like, the moves and, like, the theory behind it, and that's when I can't keep up. I don't have the foresight to see far ahead in the game, which is my downfall.
Yeah, that's definitely the tricky part.
I think it was interesting. I think it's interesting to have learned, you know, like, most people that we know don't know how to play chess. or like at all.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't know the rules.
Did you happen to watch Tiger King by any chance?
No, I did not.
Telling me to watch it.
I know I haven't, and I don't really feel interested in watching it.
It's supposed to be like a dark comedy, right? Like
no, it's a documentary.
Yeah, but that dude, what's his name? Danny McBride. I mean, he's a funny dude, right? I mean, it is based on a true story, but it's just supposed to be kind of ludicrous and ridiculous, the stuff that's going on.
Yes and no. It's like if you're interested, watch it. But it's like meant to. They talk a lot about like, you know, like the meme of Carol Baskin, like how she potentially killed her husband, and like the treatment of the tiger. I don't know. It's not my kind of thing I'm interested in. But yeah.
All right. Well, comment below if it was a dark comedy.
Oh God. Okay. Anyways, we are actually like hitting our hour-long mark at this point.
Oh yeah, we've been talking for a while.
Yeah. So I think we will wrap it up here for this week.
It's probably a good idea. I gotta head back to the city.
Yeah.
Got a hot date tonight.
I am getting birthday boba with a friend, so that is my current plan. I gotta go pick her up. Mm-hmm. But any ideas on what they can expect for next week, what we might be chatting about?
Oh, well, spooky stuff for sure. Halloween, man.
As we will be recording
we'll do a Halloween-themed podcast. What's that?
Yes, as we will be recording it, it will be Halloween, but it will come up in November.
It would actually exactly be Halloween.
Yes, it'll be posted on the 2nd, though, so a day before elections.
We can maybe talk about the election, too, maybe, unless you want to wait until... Yeah, that is pretty scary, what's coming up, the election.
Yeah, very scary. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, well...
Hey, we can't avoid it forever. We gotta
yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
We never talk about it. How about that?
No, we can't. We gotta talk about politics.
I think how about this, Sean? How about we wait?
Yeah.
We watch election night. We watch how the night goes, and then we talk about it in 2 weeks. Because I always find election night. Yeah, like we'll talk about something fun and lighthearted before the elections, and then we'll watch the election night ourselves and kind of report back on what happened throughout election night, because it can be very interesting to watch states flip and very stressful, I might add, but
yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think a lot of people, like, because it's not going to be a surprise. Yeah, let's think about it.
Yeah, we'll wait it out. Yeah. But that's all we've got for everybody today. We are grateful you joined in, if you've managed to stay this long, and we are excited to see you back here next Monday with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Happy birthday, Monica.
Oh, boy.
I wish Monica happy birthday.
Oh, gosh.
Do it. Blow up her chat. Blow up everything. Blow up her phone. Blow up her chat. I'm going to give you her number right now. And podcast.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Right.
We will see you next week.